There was a man who came to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was starving. He was hungry. Many of you maybe are very hungry right now. First few days of Ramadan can be tough. So he was starving. He was hungry. He went to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam asking him for food. So Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to the house of one of his wives. Is there any food? We have nothing but water. Okay. Goes to another house. Any food? Nothing but water. Nothing but water. So then he asks the people amongst the Ansar, is there anybody who can host this man tonight? So one of the companions said, I'll host this man, Ya Rasulullah. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself, look at this, pause the screen. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself is in need, but he's concerned with the need of, he doesn't have food in his own houses. So he's not saying, does anyone have food you can give to me and I'll share with them? No. Does anybody have food that they can feed this man? And so this man volunteers and he goes to his house and he tells his wife that we have a guest tonight for food. I have a guest that Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked who can feed. I agreed. And so she said, like, we barely have enough food just for our children. And so he said, okay, this is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to turn off the lights. Okay, we're going to turn off the lights when he comes, because they had lanterns and not everybody has oil for the lantern. So it's a reasonable scenario where, people would be moving around in the dark. Okay, so it's like, let's turn off the lanterns. I want you to boil some water for the kids and give them the idea, okay, there's something cooking, and eventually just let them fall asleep. Okay, so kind of diverting the kids' attention. And then when this guest comes, we'll make it look like, we'll make sounds that we're eating, and we'll give him all our food, because it's really only enough food for one person. And she agreed. Why? Because they have an Iman-based household. She agreed to that sacrifice for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This man agreed to this, for the sacrifice for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These children, imagine, people who have children will appreciate this more. You will feed your child above anybody else. If you're hungry, you'll give it to your child. If it's between your child and someone else, you're going to give to your child. You have so much love and protection for your child. You'll do it, whatever it takes. I need to protect that, my kid. I have to give food for my kid, and you hide things, and that's why moms have they carry random food all the time. If you're ever hungry, just ask a mom for food. She'll have something in her purse or in her hijab somewhere. She'll pull it out. Here's a granola bar. What? Fruit roll-ups. How'd you produce that? It's not a magic show. She's just a mom, because they're always thinking. That's how they're designed. They're thinking about their kid. They're thinking about taking care of their child, because that's the love that they have. So this man comes and they go through all the theatrics. Okay. This whole theater, pretending to eat, having this man eat, and this man leaves without him even knowing what these people did for him. Because they're not the type of people who remind others of their favor. What did we say in the hadith of Rasulullah? One of the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't look upon is the one that reminds people of the favors that he's done for them. And so the next day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala met this man, this Ansari man, who gave for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it did it in such a way of ihsan. This is what I'm talking about. Iman. These people were consistent in their behavior. And because they were consistent, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them so much from this dunya and the akhirah. In ayat, Rasul already knew what happened. He tried to hide his good deeds in the dark, brothers and sisters. Allahu Akbar. He tried to hide his good deeds in the dark. I know many people try to hide their sins in the dark from the eyes of people. But you can't hide it from the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many people they think that they can hide and be evil in the dark. Look at the level of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum who are hiding their good deeds in the dark. But you cannot hide from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and ayat of Quran were already revealed. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about them, وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ, that there are those who give to others even though they were in themselves in need. There are those who give to others and prefer others over themselves, even though they are in need. Allahu Akbar. That's it. That's it. Ayat of Quran. That shows it was authentic. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala confirms what is true, what is false. Who are the sincere or who are the fakers? At that moment, Allah verified this was such a powerful, sincere act. It has to be remembered and recited till the end of time in the Quran.
Do I feel that the New York police are providing enough protection, or do I have to have protection of my own? I look for protection from Allah.